Alright, so good day everyone. So in this video, we will discuss integrals of polynomial functions. Now, first of all, ano nga ba si integral? So what is integral? So another term for integral is anti-derivatives. Alright? So anti-derivatives. Now, based from this, ano kaya ang ibig sabihin ni anti-derivative? Or ano kaya ang ibig sabihin ni integral? So integral basically is the reverse process. Ayan. So the reverse process of derivatives. So ito yung kabaligtaran uh, ng derivatives. So the reverse process of derivatives is integrations. Ayan. Now, ano ba yung mga notations na ginagamit natin sa integral? So, allow me to show this. So, for example, this is the notation we use in integration. So, we have this f of x dx equals f of x plus c. So, we have this one. So, paano to binabasa? So, we read this as the integral of f of x dx is equals to the capital F of x plus c. Alright, now, discuss natin lahat ng components ng equations na to. So, let's discuss the components of this equation. Okay, so first, ano ba yung symbol na to? So, this symbol represent the integral. So, this symbol is the integral sign. Integral sign. Alright? Next, f of x represents the function to be integrated. Ayan. So, f of x is the function to be integrated. Ano ba yung kailangan natin i-integrate? That is f of x. Next, we have dx. So, ano si dx? dx is called the differential. Ayan. So, this is called the differential. Now, etong si integral sign, tsaka si dx, laging magka-partner yan. So, kapag may integral sign, hindi pwedeng walang dx. Alright? Tapos, ang ginagawa nila, lagi nilang sinasandwich etong function to be integrated. So, laging ganun. So, parang kinukulong ni integral sign tsaka ni differential yung f of x natin, which is the function to be integrated. Alright? Next, we have the capital F of x. So, ano ba si capital F of x? This is the results of integration. So, f of x is the integral ngayon. This is the integral of f of x. Alright? So, after reversing the process of differentiation dito sa f of x, ang lalabas doon is capital F of x. And next, we have plus c. So, ano si plus c? So, plus c is the constant of integration. Okay? So, every time na nag-integrate kayo, lagi kayo may plus c sa dulo. So, ito yung hindi nyo pwedeng kalimutan. Alright? So, ulitin ko. Plus c, or the constant of integration, this is the constant to be added sa integral of f of x. So, regardless kung ano man yung integrate nyo, dapat lagi kayong may plus c sa dulo. Okay? So, these are the components or these are the notations we use in integrations. Now, let's proceed to the rules governing integrals. So, let's proceed with the rules governing the integrals. Now, first, let's have the first rule, which is constant rule. Constant rule. Okay, so what is constant rule? So, before we proceed sa constant rule, review muna tayo. So, for example, review. So, this is just a review. Okay, so what is the derivative of 2x? Okay, so kapag 'di ba, pag derivative ng isang variable lang tapos multiplied by a coefficient, ang derivative nito is the coefficient. So for example, ito, the derivative of 2x is just 2. Alright? Then the derivative of 3x with respect to x is equals to 3. So that is the constant, di ba? The next, what is the derivative of negative 7x? So this is just negative 7. Alright, now ang gagawin natin, we will do some reversal. I-reverse natin yung process. So dito, ang ginawa natin, we determine the derivative of 2x, and that is 2. Now, on the other side, ang gagawin natin, we will find the reverse process. Question is, what is the integral of 2 dx? Okay, so what is the integral of 2 dx? So, paano to? So, kung ang derivative of 2x is 2, and we say that the integral of, the integration is the reverse process of derivative, the question is, ano ngayon ang integral ni 2? So that is the reverse. Ito yung so that is the original function. So basically, the integral of 2 is 2x. Alright? So the integral of 2, that is 2x. And don't forget the plus c, which is the constant of integration. Alright, next. What is now the integral of 3 dx? So, kung ang derivative ni 3x ay 3, ano naman ang integral ni 3? So, that is 3x. Then, don't forget the constant of integration. Alright? Next. So, what is now the derivative of negative 7 dx? Okay. So, negative 7 dx. So, ang derivative ni negative 7x is 7. Ayan. So, ang derivative ni negative 7x is 7. Ano ngayon ang integral ni negative 7 dx? So, the integral of this is negative 7x, then the constant of integration plus c. Now, based from what we just did, pwede tayong gumawa ngayon ng general formula for this one, sa constant rule. So, for example, we have dito tayo. So, what is now the derivative of k dx? Wherein k is any real number. Alright. So, what is the integral of k dx? So, based dito sa process dito, based dito sa pattern na nakita natin, ang ginagawa lang natin is nilalagay lang natin ng x constant. Nilalagay lang natin ng x constant, then plus c. So, basically, this one is the integral of k dx. The integral of k dx is equals to kx plus c. And this is actually the constant rule. Alright? So, the integral of k dx is equals to kx plus c. Now, another formula to be considered in this rule is this one. So, kapag nakikita kayo ng integral of dx, ang sagot dito automatic ay x plus c. Alright? So, ulitin ko. If you see this integral, the integral of dx equals, the integral of dx only, ang sagot dito is x plus c. Alright, now let's have some examples under constant rule. Let's have some examples. Alright, so example number 1. What is the integral of 9 dx? So the integral of this is 9x plus c. Alright, next, number 2. What is the integral of negative 3 over 2 dx? So what is the integral of this function? So constant lang naman si negative 3 over 2. So lagyan lang natin siya ng x. So this is going to be negative 3 over 2x plus c. Okay, next, number 3. So number 3 is square root of 2 dx. Square root of 2 dx. Don't forget that square root of 2 is just a constant. So, according sa constant rule, i-multiply lang natin to sa x. So, therefore, the integral of square root of 2 dx is just equals to square root of 2x plus c. Alright? Last one, number 4. What is the integral of 0.3 dx? So, remember that 0.3 is just another constant. So, this is just equals to 0.3 x plus c. Okay, so last one, review lang to. What is the integral of dx? Alright, so the integral of dx is x plus c. Alright, so those are the examples for the constant rule. Alright, so next, let's proceed to the second rule, which is the power rule. So, power rule. Okay. So, ano ba yung power rule natin? So, in power rule, here is the formula. So, for example, we have this one. So, what is the integral of x raised to n dx? So, the integral of x raised to n dx is equals to x raised to n plus 1 all over n plus 1 plus the constant of integration c, wherein n must not be equals to negative 1. So, this is the power rule. So, ito yung power rule natin. Alright? So, this is the power rule. So, the integral of x raised to n dx is equals to x raised to n plus 1 all over n plus 1 plus c, wherein n is not equals to 1. Alright, so now let's have some examples. So, example number 1, what is the integral of x raised to 7 dx? So, we will just use this formula, the formula for power rule. So, ano yung formula, paano ko siya sinusolve? Or ano yung technique ko dito pag sinusolve siya? Ganito. So, observe that the function to be integrated is x raised to 7. So, ang variable natin dito is x. So, copy nyo muna si x. Then, ano sabi nung power rule? Plus 1 tayo sa exponent. So, 7 plus 1 all over 7 plus 1. Then, add the constant of integration plus c. Now, simplify natin to. Let's simplify this even further. So, this is going to be 7 plus 1, that is just 8. All over 7 plus 1, that is also 8 plus c. And this is now the final answer. So, therefore, the integral of 7 x raised to 7 dx is equals to x raised to 8 over 8 plus c. Now, this is why integration is fascinating. Kasi when you do integrals, you can actually check if your answer is correct. So, bakit? Kasi nga, di ba, integrals is the reverse process of derivative. Kung gusto mong malaman kung tama yung sagot mo, all you need to do is to derive or to apply derivatives dun sa naging sagot mo sa integral. Okay, so sample tayo. Checking natin to. Checking. Okay. So, for example, ito. Ang sagot natin is x raised to 8 over 8 plus c. So, what is the derivative of x raised to 8 over 8 plus c? So, di ba dito, ang constant natin dito is 1 over 8. Then, ang base natin is x. Di ba? So, parang, ayan. So, i-rewrite ko lang siya. So, ito, this is just like the derivative of 1 over 8x raised to 8 plus c. So, kapag nag-apply tayo ng derivative doon, ganito lang ginagawa natin, di ba? So, copy the constant, baba natin si exponent, rewrite x, then minus 1. So, 8 minus 1, that is 7, plus, ano derivative ni c? Again, c is a constant, so that is just 0. Then, cancel si 8, ang may iwan na lang ay x raised to 7 plus 0, which is also x raised to 7. So, nakita nyo, bumalik doon sa original na function. So, therefore, tama yung sagot natin. Alright? Next example. Next example is, what is the integral of x dx? Alright? So, ang ginagawa lang natin is copy the variable plus 1 sa exponent over the exponent plus c. Okay, so sample tayo. So, ano ginagawa? Copy the variable plus 1 sa exponent. Ano ba exponent nito? Di ba kapag walang nakalagay, ang exponent niyan is 1. So, therefore, this is just x raised to 1 plus 1 all over 1 plus 1 plus c. And this is just equals to x raised to 1 plus 1, that is 2, all over 1 plus 1, that is 2, plus c. And this is now the final answer. Alright? Next, number 3. Shortcut. Hanap tayo ng shortcut. Mag-skip tayo ng step dito. So, number 3, ganito. Let's say x raised to 3 dx. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, copy the variable, plus 1 tayo sa exponent. So, 4 plus 1, that is, 3 plus 1, that is 4, all over, rewrite the exponent. So, that is just 4 plus c. Okay? Next, number 4. Number 4. So, paano kapag ang exponent natin is fraction? So, for example, let's have this one. So, x raised to 1/2 dx. So, same procedure pa rin ang gagamitin natin. So, ganito. So, copy si x, then plus 1 tayo sa exponent, all over, plus 1 ulit dun sa exponent. So, i-rewrite lang natin yung exponent, plus c. Okay, now, I will give you a technique when adding 1 sa isang fraction. So, technique to shortcut. Okay, so shortcut. Note ko lang to. This is just a shortcut. Okay, now, when you are adding 1 to a fraction, this is the shortcut. So, ito kasi yung mahaba This is the natural way. Ang natural way natin is, kunyari, 1/2 plus 1. Ang ginagawa natin is, di ba? Ano yung common factor nito? Ano yung we apply butterfly method. So, ang ginagawa natin, 2 times 1, that is 2. Tapos, cross. 1 times 1, that is 1. Plus, 2 times 1, that is 2. So, this is equals to 3 over 2. So, yun yung process na ginagawa natin. Now, ito yung shortcut natin. So, for example, 1/2 plus 1, ang gagawin nyo lang ganito. So, kapag nagpa-plus 1 kayo sa isang fraction, gawin nyo lang, rewrite the denominator. Ayan, rewrite nyo lang yung denominator. Ayan. Then next, after rewriting the denominator, pag-addin nyo yung dalawa. Pag-addin nyo yung numerator tsaka denominator. So, 1 plus 2, that is just 3. Alright, so yun yung shortcut. So, apply natin dito. So, kunyari ito, x 1/2 plus 1. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, gawa kayo ng fraction line, rewrite the denominator, which is 2, then, ang gawin nyo, pag-addin nyo yung dalawa. Okay, so pag-addin nyo yung numerator tsaka denominator. So, 1 plus 2, that is 3. All over, so 1/2 plus 2, that is also 3 over 2 plus c. Alright, now, simplify natin. So, di ba, yung denominator natin is fraction. Tama, ang denominator natin is fraction. So, di ba pag ganyan na ginagawa natin, we proceed to multiplication, tapos yung denominator, nire-reciprocal natin. So, just copy the numerator, x raised to 3 over 2 times, then reciprocal, 2 over 3 plus c. Alright? Then, ang gagawin natin, simplify. So, yung constant, lagay na natin sa unahan, x, then copy the remaining. So, ito yung process. Ito yung sagot. So, therefore, the integral of x raised to 1/2 dx is equals to 2 over 3 x raised to 3 over 2 plus c. So, ito yung mahabang procedure. Pero may shortcut din dito. May shortcut kapag ang exponent natin is fraction. So, ano yung shortcut nito? So, pakita ko sa inyo. Bigyan ko sa inyo ng shortcut. Ito yung procedure natin. For example, what is the integral of x raised to 5 over 2 dx? So, ito yung shortcut. So, kapag nakita kayo ng fraction yung exponent, ganito lang gawin nyo. So, una, copy the variable. Alright? Then next, mag-draw kayo ng fraction line. Okay? After mag-draw ng fraction line, you know what? Ibahin natin to. Gawin natin tong 5 over 3. Okay, so balikan natin. Start tayo sa simula. So, paano hanapin yung integral nito? So, ganito lang. So, rewrite the variable, which is x. Then, mag-draw na kayo ng fraction line sa taas. Now, after drawing fraction line, rewrite the denominator. So, ano ba yung denominator natin dito sa original function? That is 3. So, rewrite nyo lang siya. So, rewrite 3. Then, in order to find the numerator, ang gawin nyo lang ganito. Pag-addin nyo si 5 tsaka si 3. So, 5 plus 3, that is 8. Yan. So, yan na yun. So, ibig sabihin, 5 over 3 plus 1 is equals to 8 over 3. Now, after nyo magawa to, after nyo mag plus 1 sa exponent, ang gawin nyo na, i-multiply nyo yung buong variable by the reciprocal of the exponent. So, ang exponent natin dito is 8 over 3. So, therefore, ang reciprocal nito is 3 over 8. Then, add the constant of integration. Alright? So, next is, simplify na natin. So, when you are simplifying this one, all you need to do is put the constant in front of the variable. So, 3 over 8 plus x raised to 8 over 3 plus c. And this is now the final answer. So, kung ikukumpara natin dito sa previous step, ayan, ang haba nung nangyari. So, ilang moves siya? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, dito, dalawang moves lang. Yan. So, yan yung shortcut natin. So, ang shortcut natin, ulitin ko, rewrite the variable, mag-drawing kayo ng fraction line, rewrite the denominator, pag-addin nyo yung dalawa, so 5 plus 3, that is 8, times the reciprocal of the exponent. So, ano exponent? 8 over 3. So, ang reciprocal niya is 3 over 8 plus c. Then, do simplifications. Alright. Next, let's have this another example. Ano number na tayo? So, we are number 6. We are number 6. So, let's have this. So, what is the 7th root? What is the integral of the 7th root of x raised to 5 dx? Okay, so kapag ganito, ang una nyo gagawin is convert the integral into exponential form. So, nasa radical form siya. So, gawin natin exponential form. So, copy muna si radicand, which is x. Then, gawa ka ng fraction line sa taas. The denominator will be the index, which is 7. And the numerator will be the exponent of x, which is 5 dx. Alright? Now, ulitin ko, when you are solving integrals of radicals, yan, all we need to do is to convert the radical into exponential form. So, just like what we did here. Alright, next, i-derivative na natin to. So, when we are integrating integrating this kind of functions wherein the exponents is fraction, tinuro ko na yung shortcut. So, paano yung shortcut? Ganito lang. So, copy si x, fraction line, then rewrite the denominator which is 7. Then, pag-addin natin yung dalawa. 5 plus 7, that is 12. Alright? Next, multiply the variable by the reciprocal of the exponent. So, the reciprocal of the exponent is 7 over 12. Then, plus the constant of the integration. So now, let's simplify. So the simplified version of this is 7 over 12 x raised to 12 over 7 plus c. And this is now the final answer. Alright, so last example for product rule. So we have example number 7. So we have this one. So x raised to negative 1 over 3 dx. So paano to? Same procedure pa rin. We apply yung shortcut kapag ang exponent is fraction. So, rewrite the variable, which is x. Magdraw ka na ng horizontal ng fraction line. Rewrite the denominator. Then, pag-addin natin yung numerator tsaka denominator. So, negative 1 plus 3, that is just 2. Times the reciprocal of the exponent, which is 3 over 2. Then, plus the constant of integration. So now, this is just equals to 3 over 2 x raised to 2 over 3 plus c. And this is now the final answer. Alright, so note ko lang when we are simplifying dito sa part na to, when we are simplifying, all we need to do is to put the constant part in front of the variable. So just like what we did in this part. Okay, so that's the last example for the power rule. Next rule is the constant multiple rule. So ano sinasabi ng constant multiple rule? So for example, we have this one. So the integral of k times f of x dx. Alright. So kapag meron tayong multiplier na k sa isang functions, ang sabi ng constant multiple rule, pwede daw nating ilabas yung k na yun. So, pwede nating ilabas si constant. Ayan. So, pwede natin siyang ilabas. So, this is the constant multiple rule. So, pwede nating ilabas yung constant na multiplier ni function. Alright? So, try natin. So, example number 1. So, we have 5x dx. 5x dx. Alright. So, as you can see from our function, meron tayong constant na 5. And ano sabi ng constant multiple rule? Sabi ng constant multiple rule, pwede daw natin tong ilabas. So, ilabas natin ngayon yung constant. So, ano yung constant dito? So, we have 5. Then, integral, ang may iwan sa loob ngayon is x dx. Alright? So, that is constant multiple rule. So, ilalabas mo lang yung constant. Alright, next. Now, when we are integrating this kind of functions, itong mga ganitong functions, tapos meron tayong constant na kasama, ganito yung process. So, just copy the constant. Then next, copy the variable which is x. Then, mag-plus 1 tayo sa exponent. So, remember that the exponent of x is 1. So, 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then, all over 2 plus c. And this is now the final answer. Okay? Next, number 2. Number 2. Let's have number 2. So, what is the integral of 9x squared dx? Now, based from this integral, as you can see, we have the constant 9. And according to constant multiple rule, we can, pwede natin siyang ilabas. So, ilabas natin ngayon si 9. So, ilabas natin si 9. Then, integral of x. So, kapag nilabas natin si 9, ano may iwan sa loob? Siyempre, ang may iwan na lang sa loob is x squared dx. Alright. So, next. Integrate na natin to. So, when we are integrating functions with constant, ang gawin nyo lang naman is rewrite the constant, copy the variable, then 2 plus 1. So, 2 plus 1, that is equals to 3. All over 3 plus c. Again, don't forget the constant of integration. Alright, next. Pwede natin itong i-simplify. So, as you can see, pwede natin itong i-simplify. So, 9 divide by 3. That is just equals to 3. Then, copy the variable. So, x cubed plus c. This is now the final answer. Alright, next. Number 3. So, let's have number 3. So, ito yung number 3 natin. So, number 3 natin is this one. So, what is the integral of 7 over x raised to 3 dx? Alright, so what is the integral of 7 over x cubed dx? Now, as you can see, meron tayong constant na 7. So, kapag nilabas natin, so, since constant siya, ang sabi ng constant multiple rule, pwede natin siyang ilabas. So, ilabas natin si 7 over, kapag nilabas natin si 7, ang maiiwan na lang sa numerator is 1. All over x cubed dx. Alright. Now, sir, paano gagawin namin kapag ganito? Kapag yung variable ay nasa denominator. So, you will apply the product properties of exponent. Di ba sabi ng properties of exponent, if you have 1 over x raised to m, this is equals to x raised to negative m. So, pwede nating itong part na to, pwede nating iangat yung exponent, tapos gagawin na natin siyang negative. So, just like this. So, magiging 7 integral of x raised to negative 3 dx. Then after this, we apply power rule. Okay, so copy 7, copy si x, then plus 1. So negative 3 plus 1, that is negative 2, all over negative 2 plus c. And actually, this is now the final answer. This is now the final answer. Alright, next, let's proceed with the last rule, which is the constant multiple, which is the sum and difference rule. So, ano sabi ng sum and difference rule? So, ito yung sinasabi ng sum and difference rule. So, the integral of, let's say we have this one, so f of x plus or minus g of x dx is equals to, pwede daw natin paghiwa-hiwalayin. So, for example, we have two functions na pinagsasama ng additions or subtraction. Pwede daw natin sila paghiwalayin. So, kapag pinaghiwalayin natin to, magiging integral of f of x dx plus or minus the integral of g of x dx. Yan. So, ito yung sum and difference rule natin. So, pag meron daw tayong dalawa, two or more functions na pinagsama ng addition or subtractions, pwede daw natin yung paghiwalayin. Okay, so pwede natin parang, kumbaga sa biology, pwede daw natin siyang i-dissect. Ayan. So, sample tayo. Okay, so sample number 1. Sample number 1. What is the integral of 9x squared plus 4x dx? So, ano daw integral nito? So, let's show. So, sabi ng sum and difference, kapag may two or more functions sa pinagsasama ng addition or subtraction, pwede daw natin paghiwalayin. So, based on our example, as you can see, 9x squared plus 4x. So, this is combination of two functions na pinag-add. So, pwede natin silang paghiwalayin. So, paghiwalayin natin yung dalawa. So, integral of the first term, which is 9x squared, then don't forget dx, the differential, plus the integral of 4x, the integral of 4x dx. Ayan. So, dito, we apply sum and difference rule. Next, observe. Ano kaya ang pwede natin i-apply dito sa dalawa na to? So, kung mapapansin nyo, meron sila parehas na constant. So, kung may constant, ano sabi ng constant multiple rule? Ilabas daw natin yun. So, ilabas natin si constants. So, sa first integral, ilalabas natin si 9. Integral of x squared dx. Plus, dito sa kabila, ilabas natin si 4. Integral of x dx. Ayan. So, nilabas natin yung mga constant. Next, let's apply. Ano i-apply natin? So, let's apply power rule. So, mag-apply na tayo ng power rule. So, copy si 9. Copy the variable x. Then, plus 1 sa exponent. 2 plus 1, that is equals to 3 all over 3 plus, ito, 4, copy si constant na 4, copy the variable x, then plus 1 tayo sa exponent. So, ang exponent ito is 1. So, 1 plus 1, that is 2, all over 2 plus c. Alright. So, remind ko lang when we are integrating sum and difference, yung constant of integration, laging sa dulo. Alright? So, lagi siyang sa dulo. Okay, next, let's simplify this one. So, may mga common factor to. So, this is just going to be 3. Then, 4 divided by 2, this is going to be 2. And let's now simplify this one. So, this is going to be 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus c. And this is now the final answer. Okay, next, number 2. Marami tayong example for sum and difference kasi dito magagamit natin lahat. So, what is the integral of negative 4x cubed minus 8x minus 5 dx? So, paano to? So, apply natin yung sum and difference rule. Kung mapapansin nyo, this is combination of 3 functions that were combined using subtraction. So, pwede natin silang paghiwa-hiwalayin. So, paghiwa-hiwalayin natin. So, this is going to be integral of negative 4x cubed dx minus 8x dx minus 5 dx. Alright? Next, let's apply constant rule. Constant multiple rule kasi may constant eh. So, apply natin. So, negative 4x cubed dx minus, labas natin si 8. So, 8 integral of, may iwan sa loob is x dx minus, labas natin si 5. Ang may iwan sa loob is dx. Alright? Next, let's apply the constant, let's apply power rule. So, paano tayo magka-power rule? So, tingnan nyo. So, negative 4, then copy si x, 3 plus 1, that is 4, all over 4. Alright? Next, minus 8, copy si x, plus 1 sa exponent, so magiging 2, all over 2. Minus, okay, so review tayo The integral of dx is always equals to x plus c. So, saan equals yung integral nito? So, una, kopyahin muna natin si constant na 5. Then, what is the integral of dx? So, the integral of dx is just x. So, sama nyo lang dyan. Then, plus c. Okay, next, let's simplify this. So, negative 4 divided by negative 4, negative 4 divided by 4, that is just equals to negative 1. So, ito, 8 divided by 2, this is equals to 4. So, may iwan na lang is negative x raised to 4 minus 4x squared minus 5x plus c. And this is the final answer. Okay, next. Let's have number 3. Let's have number 3. So, what is the integral of ito? Ano na tayo? Variable na tayo. Fraction na tayo. So, what is the integral of x raised to 5 over 2 plus 3x raised to 3 over 2 dx? Okay, so same procedure, apply muna tayo ng sum and difference rule. So, paghiwa-hiwalayin muna natin. So, paghiwalayin natin. So, the integral of x raised to 5 over 2 dx plus the integral of 3x raised to 3 over 2 dx. Okay, next. Integrate na natin. By the way, kung mapapansin nyo, may constant dito. So, ilabas muna natin yung constant. Dito ba may constant? Wala. So, since walang ilalabas dyan, rewrite nyo lang yan. So, rewrite natin yan. So, integral of x raised to 5 over 2 dx plus, ilabas natin si 3. So, 3 integral of x raised to 3 over 2 dx. Alright? Next, tsaka tayo ngayon mag-apply ng power rule. So, ito yung shortcut na tinuro ko, di ba? May tinuro ko shortcut dito kapag fraction yung denominator, ay yung exponent. So, copy si x, gawa tayo ng fraction line, then rewrite 2, tapos pag-add natin yung dalawa. 5 plus 2, that is 7 times the reciprocal, which is 2 over 7. Okay? Next, plus 3. Copy the variable x, then fraction line. Rewrite the denominator, which is 2. Then, 3 plus 2. Ito, 3 plus 2. This is equals to 5 times 2 over 5 plus c. Alright? Next, let's simplify. So, yung constant natin, ilalagay lang natin sa unahan. Dito sa first term, ilagay lang natin sa unahan. Kasi wala naman tong constant eh. Alright, so, 2 over 7. Ay, ba't ko lagi wala? So, ilagay natin sa unahan. So, 2 over 7 x raised to 7 over 2 plus, tinan nyo to. Itong 3 natin, ang denominator nito is 1. So, ang gagawin natin, let's simplify this constant. Let's multiply this constant tsaka this constant para ma-simplify siya. So, paano tayo nagmo-multiplication ng fraction? So, numerator by numerator over denominator by denominator. So, 3 times 2. 3 times 2, that is just equals to 6. All over 5 times 1, that is 5. Then copy the variable, which is x raised to 5 over 2 plus c. And actually, this is now the final answer. Okay, so next, number 4. Next, number 4. So for our number 4, we have, okay, so we have this one. So, what is the integral of 5 plus 2 over 3 x raised to 2 plus 3 over 4 x raised to 3 dx. Alright? So, by sum and difference rule, we can dissect yan, this function. So, pag-iwahiwalay natin. So, ang magiging integral of 5 dx plus 2 over 3 x raised to 2 dx plus integral of 3 over 4 x raised to 3 dx. Alright? Next, ano gagawin? So, may mga constant. So, ilabas natin ngayon yung mga constant. Anong rule yon? Constant multiple rule. So, 5 integral of ano may iwan sa loob? Dx na lang. Then, ano yung constant dito? 2 over 3. Ano may iwan sa loob? X squared dx na lang. Plus, lalabas, ano yung constant sa loob? 3 over 4. Ilabas natin. Ano may iwan sa loob? X raised to 3 dx. Alright? Next, apply na tayo ngayon ng power rule, ng integration. So, 5. What is the integral of dx once again? So, the integral of dx is just x. Plus, copy the constant, 2 over 3. Then, copy the variable, x. So, add tayo ng plus 1 sa exponent. 2 plus 1, that is 3. All over 3. So, multiplication to, by the way. Plus, copy the constant, 3 over 4. Copy the variable, x. Then, plus 1 sa exponent. So, 3 plus 1, that is 4. All over 4. Multiplication yan. Plus c, the constant of integration. Alright, next, let's simplify. So, sa first term, copy lang siya. So, 5x plus. So, this is going to be 2 times x raised to 3. That, 2 times numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So, 2 times x raised, 2 times x cubed, that is 2x cubed, all over 3 times 3, that is 9, plus 3 times x raised to 4, that is 3x raised to 4, all over 4 times 4, that is 16, plus c. And this is the final answer. Alright, next, we have two more examples. So, we have two more examples. So, let's have this. Wait. Parang na-try ka na yung isa. Okay, so na-try ka na yung isa. So, we have last one example. So, example number 5. So, example number 5 is, what is the integral of 2x raised to negative 1? Alright, so hindi nga pala pwede si negative 1. So, that is, this must be negative 2. Minus 3x raised to negative 1/2 plus 5x raised to negative 3 over 2 dx. Alright, so mukha siyang complicated. Mukha lang, pero ang kailangan nyo lang gawin dito, isolve nyo. Ayan. So, kailangan nyo siyang isolve one step at a time. So, first step is we apply sum and difference rule. So, let's apply sum and difference rule. So, pag-iwa-iwalay natin yung mga functions. So, this is going to be integral of 2x raised to negative 2. Huwag kalimutan si differential, which is dx, minus integral of 3x raised to negative 1/2 dx plus the integral of 5x raised to negative 3 over 2 dx. Alright, next, let's apply constant multiple rule kasi may mga constant. So, labas natin yung mga constant. So, 2 integral of x raised to negative 2 dx minus, labas natin si 3, integral of x raised to negative 1/2 dx plus, ang constant sa loob is 5, ilabas natin yan. So, may iwan sa loob ay x raised to negative 3 over 2 dx. Alright. Next, apply na tayo ngayon ng power rule. So, copy the constant, copy the variable x, then plus 1 sa exponent. X, negative 2 plus 1, that is negative 1, all over negative 1. Next is minus 3. Copy the variable. Ano yung variable natin? X. Then, add tayo ng 1 sa exponent. So, ano yung denominator nito? 2. Tapos, kapag mag-add 1 tayo sa exponent, tapos fraction yung exponent natin, ano yung procedure? Pag-addin nyo lang yung numerator tsaka denominator. So, negative 1 plus 2, that is positive 1. So, times the reciprocal of the exponent. So, ano reciprocal ni 1 over 2? Ni 1/2. That is 2 over 1. Plus 5, copy the variable, then plus 1 sa exponent. So, kapag nag-plus 1 sa exponent, ito yung procedure. Fraction line, then rewrite the denominator 2, then pag-addin natin yung numerator tsaka denominator. So, negative 3 plus 2, that is equals to negative 1. Times the reciprocal of negative 1/2, which is negative 2 over 1. Then, alam nyo na, constant of integration na plus c. Alright, now let's simplify. So, 2 divided by negative 1, that is just negative 2. X raised to negative 1. Then, next ito. Di ba itong 3 natin, meron itong denominator na 1. So, minus 3 times 2, that is 6. Over 1 times 1, equals 1. So, hindi na natin sinusulat yung denominator na 1. Then, copy the variable. X raised to 1/2. Then, next. Eto, tingnan nyo to. 5 times negative 2, that is negative 10. Ayan. And 1 times 1, hindi natin susulat yung denominator na 1. Then, copy the variable which is x raised to negative 1/2 plus c. Yan. And this is now the final answer. Alright, so again, those are the rules governing the integrations of polynomial functions. Alright, so ayun, so that's it. So thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you solve it, you try to solve the functions by yourself, and ayun. So thank you for listening.